So we like to do conservative catfights on the show, but today we have a Reagan catfight. Interesting. Son of Ronald Reagan, Michael Reagan, is on one side. He's against gay rights. Patti Davis, daughter of Ronald Reagan, on the other side. First, let's hear from Michael.
I don't believe in gay marriage, as many people don't believe in gay marriage. I think you can have a debate on that. I don't believe it. I think it does send a slippery slope. I think if you accept the redefinition of marriage, then you're going to have to accept the redefinition all the way down the line. If you, in fact, define marriage as two people getting married, whether male and male, female and female, then at some point you may have to say, do you agree with, in fact, polygamy? Do you think it's all right to marry more than one person? Do you think it's okay for a bisexual to, in fact, marry a male and a female? If you are, in fact, consistent, Piers, you will agree to that.
Well,
you will agree to that. They'll attack me for quoting and saying in an op-ed piece what is being said in courtrooms across America. I pay attention to what's being said in courtrooms.
Right.
These are the questions being asked of those people fighting for gay marriage. So why aren't you upset with everybody else? Why are you only upset with me?
Well, actually, we are upset with others. I love, like, he quotes other bigoted people in the courtrooms in favor of, you know, making sure gay marriage doesn't happen. They use the same absurd arguments and they get knocked down every time. Now, look, in the case of multiple people, at least there's you know, something they can hang their hat on, but usually they go to bestiality, as so often these conservative commentators do, which of course is non-consensual incest, non-consensual in a legal sense, etc. It goes on and on and on, and we've heard all these analogies before. But you know what? In this case, we're not fighting back against Michael Reagan. His sister, Patti Davis, is. And she talked to the New York Times, and she says, I grew up in an era where your parents' friends were all called aunt and uncle. And then I had an aunt and an aunt. We saw them on holidays and other times. We talked about it, but I just understood that they were a couple. So that's interesting, because growing up with Ronald Reagan, apparently they had friends who were lesbians and had absolutely no problem with it. In fact, she then relates a story about Rock Hudson and what her father told her, which is interesting. It says, once when she and her father were watching a Rock Hudson movie, Miss Davis said she remarked that the actor looked weird kissing his female co-star. She said her father explained that Mr. Hudson would rather be kissing a man, and conveyed, without using the words homosexual or gay, the idea that some men are born wanting to love another man. Now, of course, years later in 1985, Mr. Hudson died of AIDS, the New York Times explains. And of course, we know that Rock Hudson, turns out, did like other men. And Ronald Reagan was an actor, remember, so there's some chance that he knew a decent number of closeted actors back in the day. Of course, they couldn't say that, but a lot of people in Hollywood did know it anyway. And apparently, he was totally comfortable with it. Now, Reagan did not have a great record on gay rights, and you know, he was very slow to react to the AIDS epidemic, which wound up costing Rock Hudson his life. But apparently, according to his own daughter, in his personal life, he had no problems with gays being couples, and he thought they were born that way. If Ronald Reagan said it, it must be true. Sorry, we're gonna have to score this one for Patti Davis, and against all conservatives, get in line, do what the Gipper told you.